Hey, what's going on, invaders? Welcome to 66-Second Reviews, providing you wild and bizarre rock and roll albums every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Today's 66-Second Review is brought to you by realpunkradio.bigcartel.com, providing you your favorite merchandise from your favorite internet radio station, t-shirts, koozies, tote bags for your records, patches, that sort of deal. You can check it all out for yourself if you go to realpunkradio.bigcartel.com. Today's record, today's spotlight for the 66-Second Review is one that is very near and dear to my heart. This is something I would consider a desert island record. The very first pilot that we ever had with Zorch Radio opened with the A-side on this record, and surprisingly, no, it's probably not what you're thinking it is. This is 1983 release on Big Beat Records. This is the Bananamen with their self-titled 7-inch EP. I got this one originally at the Queen Anne Easy Street in downtown Seattle, just a stone's throw away from the Space Needle, literally across the street. And like we mentioned in previous episodes, the Queen Anne location of Easy Street is no more, but they do have a West Seattle branch still open and operating. That's the original location. You can dig through their crates that they have there. But I scored this one from them, and I'm very, very grateful for it. If my mushy brain had to describe the genre of music that this record is, I'd say it's somewhere in between the lines of trash and psychobilly. And when you hear it on the playlist at Zorch Radio, it's going to be next to bands like the Raymen, the Vibes, and the Memphis Morticians. Now, this being a 7-inch EP, there's only 3 tracks on here, so all 3 of them were added into rotation. I know that's not saying too much about EPs and singles and that sort of deal, but the catchphrase for this record is the Bananamen play songs made popular by the Cramps. So they're all covering songs that the Cramps covered. So they've got the Novas with The Crusher, one of my all-time favorite garage tracks, The Phantoms Love Me, and of course, one of the greatest rock and roll songs of all time, Trashman's Surfin' Bird. If you disagree, it's because you don't like rock and roll. Now, if I didn't already have this record, I'd pay a good $30 to make sure that I got a copy of this Bananamen 7-inch self-titled EP into my library. It is difficult to find for a number of reasons. The original pressing is difficult to find because it is, 31 years old at this point in time, so there's no way you're going to find a new copy, and Big Beat stopped pressing it a long time ago or whatever. But on Monday and on Tuesday, I'm going to tell you about 2 different ways of getting these 3 tracks that are on this record easily and for a cheap amount, too. This record actually doesn't go for too much. It's not very high on the rare scale or anything like that, but I still highly recommend getting a copy of this, adding it to your jukebox if you do that sort of thing, or just adding it to your rock and roll collection because it's rock solid in my opinion. If you want more 66-second reviews, you can go to zorchradio.com/662ND reviews. That's 66-second reviews, of course, at zorchradio.com. My name's Jake Noose, telling you about the Bananamen self-titled EP, and I'm reminding you that nobody cares about your haircut.